I'm Gaventus. Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. I'm taking a fucking break from all my Genshining to come back to this game. I've kind of forgotten what I was doing. I believe we were just about to leave Edgewater. We were gonna go off into space and go somewhere else. We're gonna get the Vicar with us in the party. He is probably my favorite companion in the Outer Worlds from my limited time playing it back in the day. I also I think that's it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. We diverted power, gave it to the deserters, yeah. They were led by some lady that starts with an A. I am blanking on her name. Adelaide, I think it's called. Her name was. Let me make it so I can actually see chat too. That'd be smart, wouldn't it, for you guys? There we go. If the bots come, I will kill them once more, like I did last time.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
You've never been on a ship before?
I worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? Sure, you can come along. Why not? Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister.
I better not.
Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Yeah, you do. You have a captain, yes. Yes, Bravada, you do. You have Captain Gambventus. Yo!
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Yeah, there is that.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
I would like to know something about those I'm flying with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition.
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so why were you so passionate about it?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But weren't they proud that you became a vicar at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
I see. Okay. If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do must be part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, It's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
What if the book doesn't have the answers you're looking for?
I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
Well, I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists. In theory, I hope he's doing that. Or he's gonna do that.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Because it's the right thing to do.
A commendable attitude.
Tell me again about the book we picked up that's in French.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Remind me, what are your thoughts on the Philosophists?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Any ideas where we can find someone who speaks French in this colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Well, that sounds like a good lead, but how do we find him?
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Huh. Sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
Well, I guess we have our destination, guys. We are going to the Groundbreaker. Hey, Ada.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Oh, well, glad to help, Ada? Okay,
What can I do for you, Captain?
well, I have the power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
No. Actually, yes, I do. Yeah.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure.
I'm sure it will.
Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be right back. Alright, well, let's go install it. Hopefully I don't hit F a bunch of times to pick stuff up. Because that's what it is in Genshin, and in a lot of other games, it's E. So if you see me all freezing up here to hit a button, it's because I don't feel like hitting F. And then just taking a hit of my drugs. There we go. We could talk to Pravati, too. Let's talk to Pravati. We gave Max some time. Let's talk to Pravati. Do you have anything else to say?
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
Well, I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but you never mentioned your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
You mean she's dead?
I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Huh. You got along well with your dad. You might not have your you might not have your mother. That's a weird way to say that. You got along well with your dad. You might not have with your mother. Oh, there we go. Come on, Gabetus, read properly. There we go.
Could be. Reckon I'll never know.
Well, you might randomly come across her on our adventures. Thomas seemed fond of you. That guy who wasn't that bright, kind of a moron, but I mean, he had dreams, and I can respect that.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Huh. Are you sure? He nearly fell over when he saw you.
He never told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about feeling different. And nothing had to get weird.
Oh, that makes sense. I've had that before. You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
In the bar, you asked if I was a drinker.
Sorry. I know it's none of my business.
I'm going to guess you're not a drinker yourself.
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry.
If you don't want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen. It's kind of the whole point of doing these RPGs. I talk a lot to people, a lot.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's fine. You said the mission was too clean. Isn't the church supposed to be?
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Okay. You're a mechanic. Whenever you see a machine, it's in need of fixing. It's kinda nah. Then why'd you want to talk to him?
The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
Why aren't you allowed in that dude's store anymore?
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
Did you steal from it or something?
Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road. It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships.
Ah,
And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Rose still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Well, let's get back to it. Alright, well, let's get to Ada. Climb on down.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters.
Good.
I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Alright, let's get out of here. Against all odds, the Unreliable takes flight.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Ah, good. I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Well, I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time. It's pretty neat.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Okay. Why do I need a nav key to land on the planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
All right. Well, fine. I'll have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming.
Good.
By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time.
Ah.
I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Do you want to explain what a holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Neat. You mentioned the thing had some limitations.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
That makes sense. Why do I need a gadget like this? Couldn't I just steal a uniform or something? Do it like Hitman style?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
Oh, it sweetens my breath. How the hell does it do that?
Science, that's how.
Alright. Well, I'll put it to good use, thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Alright, got it. Well, let's go to the Groundbreaker. That seems to be where all of our quests are leading us to. So let's go there. The Groundbreaker. Yep, Terra 2. There's Phineas's lab. So all these beautiful places like Monarch over here. Olympus. A place that doesn't have a name. Well, let's go to the Groundbreaker. The Groundbreaker Talking Bays. Well. Yep, we're set together. There we go. The system map. Here you can see all the planets and systems, as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked. Though some landing bays require special codes and keys before you're allowed to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work. Okay.
Welcome back, Captain.
Yep.
How can I be of assistance?
I'm in the mood for some entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Ada, tell me a joke.
I wish I was your second derivative, so I could investigate your concavities.
I don't get it. Is your humor too highbrow for me, Ada? It might be. Ada, play my favorite song.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice.
It's Space's Choice! That's not my favorite song.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
I see, okay.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Got a minute to talk?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have a oh, fuck, I know that. Tell me about Captain Hawthorne.
I require a captain to pilot the ship. Without an identified captain or crew, I serve no purpose. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Have there been any other captains of this ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Let's talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance?
Might as well get this. I'd like to learn about this colony.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Oh, I can talk about all sorts of stuff with the colony. Cool. What about Terra 2?
Where in Terra 2?
Emerald Vale, Edgewater?
Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, neglect and time have worn away her shiny veneer. The town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like say, a plague, were to wipe Emerald Vale from the face of the planet.
Huh. What do you think of the townspeople?
You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but instead came to issue my injured captain a parking ticket? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation or a devastating plague.
Yeah, makes sense, yeah. How's Edgewater faring since we left it?
Since you diverted power to the deserters, the botanical lab is thriving. However, Emerald Vale's cannery shut down, leading to a total collapse of Edgewater's population. Thank you, Captain.
Oh, you're welcome. I want to ask about something else.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
How about the Groundbreaker, since we're going there?
We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
I see. Well, yeah.
The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
You can take care of that for us, right?
I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
Great, thanks.
You are more than welcome, Captain.
Goodbye.
See you soon, Captain.
Oh, how about you do that? There you go, convent us.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Cool.
Hey, Cap. Can we talk?
Sure. We can talk.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
I thought you said you could keep this boat in good repair.
I abso-surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
Sure.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Did you learn your trade from your father? It sounded like, when we talked. We talked to Mr. Reed, too.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd.
Yeah.
It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
But you're actually good at this, and you enjoy it.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
Me neither. Fucking hate school. After school, you moved straight back to Edgewater?
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought this up.
Oh, I miss him, sure enough. But he's a fond memory. I was right beside him when he passed, holding his hand. Talking about him makes me smile. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Alright, break time's over. Let's actually get to the Groundbreaker. Let's bring the squad. Let's go. Load those textures. There we go. Yo, Jane.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
I see.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
I see.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Hey, Felix. What's that all
For a
about?
Stroll around the docking base?
I noticed you're in the middle of an argument there.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I'd like to hear your side. What happened?
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, My foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
And that's when you resolved your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah.
Yeah, with that.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me, Captain of the Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama.
I know.
Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Well, see you around. Because I do got places to be, Felix. Wanted posters. McReed. Wells. Defeat our foes. Huh. Alright.
Mechanicals all over, but they still got us sweating to move boxes.
I see.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
No.
Identification, please.
Here you go.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day.
Oh, lovely.
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Okay, so I'm stuck here.
Not stuck, per se. You could always throw yourself out the airlock.
Oh, lovely.
Of course, then you'd find yourself with an exciting new problem.
Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford.
Great, I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Her shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No. I'll be right
Be
back.
seeing you.
Cause I just realized I forgot to grab the shroud. We had that whole conversation with Wells about. And I did not go to the captain's quarter to actually pick the damn thing up. It was time to go do that. Pick the damn thing up. Oh. Except we're impounded. I can't actually go in there, can I? Ooh, lovely. Well, I guess I just don't have the shroud. That's too bad. Well. Yeah. We'll have to do that later then with the shroud. Oh well. We'll just have to roll without it. First, let's get this whole ship impounding thing dealt with. Restricted area, yeah. You'll be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent the hostiles, which is why I wanted the shroud, but I forgot the shroud, so I'll have to do this later.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
Yeah. So we'll just have to do Vickers' little task later then. Which is unfortunate. I kind of wanted to get that done, but eh. Oh well. Let's just go to Gladys.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You're hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but
Who would like to die?
Oops, guys, I forgot my mute key also hits people. Let's just load that, shall we? Oh, fucking hell, Capetus. Okay, we're back here, guys. It's fine.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
It's a wasteland. You're
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
I should probably remap that key. Ah, man. I'll do that later. Gladys is somewhere around here, apparently. Well.
mechanicals all over, but they still got
I
us
see.
sweating to move boxes.
She's somewhere around here. Through these doors. Here we go.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Flavored center. Suck it. Chew it. You can do it.
Okay, then.
Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
I see.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
No. Well, depending how long we have to be here, though, because, whole ship impounded thing. Yo, Gladys. I'm not Hawthorne. I'm called Hawthorne, but I'm not Hawthorne. Here's my, my boys.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Alright, well, I don't have 10,000 bits. So, tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
No qualms, let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, It came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Alright, why was this Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Say no more, I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors.
Oh, they sure do. They sure
The more
do.
we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Abandoned outpost? Corporate secrets? Got it.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
What other jobs do you know about?
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
I see. Alright.
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
And we level up. Cool. Well, oh yeah, off stream I organized my inventory. Yeah, good job, Gimbentus. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys didn't have to see me fumble around doing that. Instead, you guys get to see me fumble around in the game. I thought I'd do that. Yeah, past Gimbentus was really nice. Shit. Alright. Well, I kind of...
Anywhere, you hear?
Oh. What's going on in here?
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Kind of are, sort of.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Yep.
See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
What's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay?
Alright.
As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
I see. Maybe I could look in on Jesse?
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Well, I'd probably just sneak in with the Holographic Shroud, but I don't have that on me right now, because I was a silly fool who didn't grab it. Well, let's get our dialogues. Now we have 15 persuasion, so we get to that milestone. Let us get up our... Let's get up our tech a little bit. Get engineering, so it's a solid 50. That seems good. Let's apply that. Our perks here. I'll get one more of these. Permanent step up if I frickin' take drugs. That could be kind of cool. Attack retaliation meter could be nice. Pan XP could be cool for their kills because I'm going to have them. Would be nice if I gained their if they gained... whatever. I know what I'm trying to say. Armor rating, kind of meh. You know what? I'm just getting pack mule so I can store more shit and hoard. In these type of games, you always carry a bunch of stuff on you, and I would love to be able to carry more stuff on me. So there we go. We also have the Vicar here. Telescopic staff and a shotgun that's level 7. More DPS, that's fine. Sticks, fine. Nah, you can have the shock. That instead. More health is always good to have. More hacking would be nice though, because that would help. All right, you'll have hacking, so I have more hacking, which is good to have, in my opinion. There we go. Well, I could throw some clothes on you. Yeah, you can have a monocle. You look amazing, Vicar. Pavati's all decked out. It should be fine. There you go. Yeah, you look amazing, Max. Okay. Well, let's go talk to the chief engineer, Tennyson. Here we go. Kinda remember the layout of this place. It's been a while since I've come here, but see, look how hot this is.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
But a scandal has rocked.
I mean, they might.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
And referees are debating how and if this behavior could lead.
Hey, Tennyson.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Good Bentus. Nice place you got here. Nah. I'm captain of the Unreliable. Though my ship's a bit grounded at the moment.
I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I'll try not to start any fights, but I might have to end some.
Ain't that always the way?
Yeah.
So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Just passing through.
Statistics don't lie. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
It seems kind of warm in here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Why haven't you fixed them yet?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Huh. Surely the board doesn't want Groundbreaker to roast. Surely.
They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
I see. You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
The back bays. Am I supposed to know where this is?
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Ah, lovely. Let's get these parts for ya.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Alright, let's get these parts.
This is Halcyon News.
It's like right here, right? Yeah. Look at me remembering. Could have followed the marker too, but whatever. I remembered too, so. Ooh. Terror on the frontier. A mysterious stranger threatens our way of life. The destruction of Emerald Vale. Ah, they have like a motion picture on me. Nice. Captain McReed.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Your voice is amazing. Yo.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
I see. Put that down before you incinerate the entire deck.
I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
Aw, I fucking love my voice too. I'm here for some parts.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew.
So, can I grab that part or what?
You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
I see. Those parts are leaking deadly toxins. I'll come back when you're all dead.
Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. Lead bones, asbestos muscle. Maybe you're right. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way.
There was something else.
Lay it on me, boss. I'm good for it.
How did you end up back here?
Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded, and my baby got sold to Sublight. Scrapped for parts. That's bureaucracy for you. Piracy with a smile.
Sounds a lot like what happened to me.
Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here too long, and the Groundbreaker drains you like a fuel tank.
Alright, be seeing ya.
You can come and go in my little kingdom. Just try not to piss off any of the gestures.
Alright.
Smells kind of like old Bessie's outflow pipes.
Huh? I think I heard something. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
How about whatever I want.
You're free to go.
Alright.
You get that automech patch? McRed wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What are you thinking? He hasn't got a heart?
It's so cozy.
Yeah. That's one word to describe it. Oh. There's a bunch of like nothing over here. Yeah, that's actually... Because I do not quite remember where the parts are. There we go. Apparently down here. Whoa, hey there. Hey, Private.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. It may not sound like much, but take my word for it. Wow.
Wow. I came to grab some radio parts. Engineering could use your help installing them.
I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Yeah, hey, outlaws. Oh. Neat. Don't mind me, folks. Just trying to figure out where on earth these parts are.
McRed gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been
Wait, listen to the delightful commentary from the outlaws. Here we go. Squad leader.
Does everyone get branded when they join McRed's crew?
Nope. Your ass is a priceless canvas now that it's home to the original McRed.
I guess I'm honored.
Oh, it's on the other side. Thought maybe this could go across, but nah. I might as well pick that up. Oh, there's a ladder. More mechanicals. There's a ladder and there's stairs.
bullshit. Wake up. There's no such thing as pizza. It's all open-faced pasta.
You've been getting into the boss's
No
special
such thing as
stash again,
pizza.
haven't you?
God damn, man. A world without pizza is truly a hellscape.
Liz gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these.
I'm sure she will. What the? Shh. Let's grab that grenade launcher. That could come in handy. Let's go back to Junlei. Have the parts, then we have to do the installation part of the quest. Let's go give her the stuff. There we go. Door, Gambetus. Use the door. There we go.
This is Halcyon News.
Hi, Junlei.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
I got the parts for the radiator. What's next?
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Define slight.
More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Well, I'll make my way down there.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Well, let's go.
Be seeing you, stranger.
Alright.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiators. You don't need to kill the mantillae, but I'd be mighty grateful if you did. I've got this thing about giant insects.
I see. Okay.
Incoming!
Got him!
Oh, it's dead. Well, where's the last one? It's somewhere over here. Where you at? You up here? There we go. I see. There you are. Yeah, they don't have any drops. Saw a terminal I could read back there, actually. Kind of want to read that. Ooh, that terminal. Archives, logs, transmissions. Arrival confirmation. Alright, it is my honor to report that the Groundbreaker has successfully arrived at the long-range point, having released our cargo to preferred housing, settlers, and supplies to their intended colony worlds. May they prosper and expand. Now that stages 1 and 2 of the mission have been carried out, my family will take ownership of the Groundbreaker as specified in our contract, keeping the ship in active duty as an independent trading post, repair stop, and cargo bay. I'd be remiss if I closed this transmission without sending my hopes and best wishes back to Earth. There's so much ahead of us, but we'll never forget what we left behind. A stern reminder. Some very rich and unsavory elements among our colonial neighbors seem to have the wrong idea about why I flew out here. It wasn't for a 9-figured blood money salary and a Spacer's Choice logo stamped on my ass. It wasn't to a nickel and dime passing ships out of their last bit. Groundbreaker has a role in the success or failure of Halcyon's corporate entities. Period. I negotiated that understanding and clearly underlined it is written before I ever set foot on the ship. Before I ever set foot on the ship. There we go. If anyone wants to distribute or compromise our independence, they will answer to Tennyson. We're a family operation. Even when the last Tennyson fails, Groundbreaker will remember us and defend its freedom accordingly. There we go. Well, back up the ladder we go, boys. Let's switch to the sniper rifle.
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
I see, okay. Mechanicals, eh? Bard, okay. Kind of wasted a lot of shots doing that, but it was fun. Not the best idea to do long-range chain gun firing off like that, but it's what I did. Let's grab all that. Sneak around, because that's what I do. It's kind of how I built this character. Hello there, the glowing thing.
Fate shines on us today.
Sure it does.
Here we go.
Well, it sounds like they're trying to get me, but they really can't. Let's grab all that. Keep sneaking.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says cycle droplet pumps.
We've got a fight on our hands.
Not much of a fight. More like a slaughter. Oh, light ammo. Nice. I need that for my big old machine gun. So I can keep having fun with that. Well, let's cycle the droplet pumps. Cycle droplet pumps. Couple together. The staff is getting restless. Workaround and half-cocked solutions are all we've got to mend the Groundbreaker's bones. In many cases, we can't, revive one system without cannibalizing another. Grandma lived with that reality, and so will I. I can rally our spirits, but what happens when I'm not around? Groundbreaker's real test will be seeing if our independence outlasts me. I'll take that bet. Old plans, new problems. I found some of the Chief's old schematics. Groundbreaker must have taken a beating during the crossing, because she spent half of her career patching it up. A lot of corners cut when they put this place together. Among her papers, I also found the layout of a hangar that doesn't match any of our docks. Something might have gotten sealed off along the way, like blood cells isolating an infection. I hate to put a sentiment down to print, but every time I open a panel, or find some workaround in the guts of an old bird, it's like I feel you reaching out to me. From the past, Grandma.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
Well, let's get out of here. Let's break my legs. Or not. Huh. Yeah, I think I should be using this rifle. I mean, look how much ammo I have for this damn thing.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt.
Hey, Journey.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Ah, thank you. Pravati, you want to talk to Junlei? Go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
No need to be so formal.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Pravati, don't be shy about requesting time off if you need to compare notes in person.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Nice job, Pravati.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
You're welcome.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
You don't have a lot of faith in the board. They're kind of assholes, so I kind of understand.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change.
I see.
You've got my attention.
What's it like being in command here?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life-or-death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Pravati could always help you shoulder the burden.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out.
Aren't you a little young to be training a successor?
You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when.
This ship is a family business.
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gayan, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
Was it a big change? The transition to command?
It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
No, I'm not asking that.
You've got my attention.
Oh, we'll be on our way. Level up! Well, put these points to good use. Let's put some in tech. There we go. Get 40 medical. Actually, I could put more in that too. Yeah, why not? Get 60 in engineering. That works for me.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Get on our workbench. Let's just repair our stuff real quick. There we go. Let's repair it all. Yep. Tinker. Could probably make our weapons do a little bit more damage, couldn't we? Our DPS is a bit laughable. Really low. Yeah. Just increase that a little bit. Might be fun to actually use the pistol, to be honest. Instead of the plasma rifle, use the pistol. That's light ammo, though, and I'd rather have that for this big boy. That could be a fun. It could be fun, but this is fun. I like DACA. DACA is fun. Well, since I'm saying that, why don't I I just increase it. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Could probably be better if I used the automag pistol. But I like this too much.
Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local
I'm glad that mute didn't hit that poor guy in the back of the head. That would have not been good.
Temps are lowering across the station. Anyone outside is getting a hell of a light show from the droplet arrays.
Tax breaks, military discount, health benefits, military burial, participation medal, training, or weapon.
It's like right here, right?
This is Halcyon.
Forget where the transmissions person is. I don't remember if they're in here or if they're in like another area of the ship.
Be seeing you, stranger.
No, I think they're in a different part of the ship, actually.
If it's not electric,
Yeah, I think they are.
I've got more important repairs to do.
Let's open this up then. No, I should probably be using the tactical dilation more. But I haven't. Should probably be doing that. Would be smart, Gementis, to use all your tools available to you.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
Yeah.
Stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the best detail. Yeah, it really doesn't. Oh, a public terminal. Terminal, I could read more shit to you boys. Think you guys have enough of me reading shit though, huh?
We move cargo 16 hours a day, and half of us still can't afford a bed.
Man, that's like similar to situations in America. Working tons of hours and not being able to afford the means to live. That is a basic thing here in America. Yep. I can relate with you, big boy. Yo, what's going on, Belle?
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
Ah, cool. Well, I think I'm good, though. I think I am good. What's this? Oh, this is the... yeah.
The news packet had the toss ball scores for
I should probably go to the Corpros and...
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I tucked over a little bit of that. Yeah, I think... yeah, we're still... yeah, let's talk to the corpse. We might be able to get our ship unpounded here. I believe that's how we do it. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that's how I do it. I mean, there's literally a marker leading here too. You know, if I looked at that, I would have known too. Or I could have read. Yes, Gaventus, you could have done that.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
You'd think, but they always want more. More. Hello there, man with the Monopoly mustache. Alright.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Your favorite scruffy freelancer. I'm going to wring your scrawny neck, you sprat fuck. Give me back my ship.
There's no need for hysterics. This is all a hilarious misunderstanding.
Do you hear me chuckle?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure.
Yeah, I am.
Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Well, he never mentioned Wells. I'm telling the truth here. He never mentioned him.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
What's this about the board having your head?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Stop being coy, Bedford.
I don't intend to be. It's just a matter of trust.
How can I win your trust, then? I'm curious.
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose.
Well, I can't tell you where Wells is. I can't.
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
Yeah, well, I'm leaving. Well, let's go to our ship. Let's actually get the holographic shroud. So we can actually sneak. We'll do a little bit more stuff here on this ship here, the Groundbreaker. Then I believe we'll
play an impromptu tossball match. No one? Really?
Then we'll probably end the stream there. I feel like we're going for a little bit, probably like an hour and a half.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh? My cargo's worth a lot of...
Oh, Felix, you want to come along? You even got your fucking bag. Okay, Felix.
Hey, you got a second?
I really don't.
Guess not.
Yes. I'm busy, Felix. Gotta grab shit so we can hack into computers. Alright.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Here we go. Holographic Shroud. The Holographic Shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that give you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. Bin. You can kind of put your stuff, excess stuff in there. Like weapons and whatnot. Puffball plant. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alight on the fresh soil. We put down new roots. Adelaide. A gift from her. Neat. So we'll probably get, like, different items from the various people I help along the way, huh? That's kind of neat. I didn't actually notice that the first time I played this. Oh, we got the Holographic Shroud. Let's go! Let us go. No bots so far in chat. I don't have to kill anything or go off in song. I'm pleased by that.
You see we had a conveyor.
Well, there's probably bots in chat, but at least they're not fucking talking, right, guys? Alright. Let's go find that terminal. Ah, here's the ID cartridge. For the Holographic Shroud. You'll now be automatically disguised when entering these restricted areas. Very good. This is also like the tutorial to show you guys the Holographic Shroud in action. That's it. Big old restricted area. Not Holographic Shroud. Holographic Disguise activated. Here we go. Have temporary access.
Wish I could do that.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest.
Alright. There we go. Confiscate goods. Prayer beads. Security logs. Ah, Hawthorne's ship impounded by order of Bedford. I still no clue why Hawthorne's associates with that bored snake.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's get out. And that's why I need the Holographic Shroud, guys. Well, you guys probably know this. You guys have probably played Outer World before, if you're watching this, probably. Or you're not, and this is your new experience to Outer World. And then I'm wondering...
Have either of the assault cruisers ever put into Groundbreaker?
You kidding?
Alright, well, we got that. Vicar, let's talk to you.
I just figured...
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to.
Must have.
Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
Makes sense. You hesitated there, Vicar. What aren't you telling me?
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
This seems awfully convenient.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, You sometimes get a sense for these things.
Sounds good. Let's go. We could do that later. Let's deal with some more little side quests on the Groundbreaker here. Like I promised I would do.
This is Halcyon News.
Right through the big door here. There we go. Oh, there's this guy we have to talk to too. That boy. It's fucking awesome to talk to. The moon guy. He's fucking awesome. Just a fun chat.
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons.
Hey there.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
I see. How's life on the Groundbreaker?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself.
Oh, I see.
Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
I see. What kind of business you have and Gladys are running here? Like, what kind of business? Sorry, I just drank something. There we go.
Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up.
Business. What do you and Gladys do here?
Glass ear? Sorry, there's a lot of static on my end.
Forget it.
Huh. Now that I heard.
Did you do any business with these merchants?
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get.
I see.
I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Oh yeah, I did. Poor guy. You mentioned Sublight.
Our local garbage collectors. Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
To the last ratted on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Open the door before I kick it in.
Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process.
Oh, I see.
Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath.
I see.
You, ain't with the board, are you?
Oh, hell no.
I owe them. A lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Ellie asked me to help you, so that's what I plan to do.
Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
Okay, I'll talk to him for you.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Yeah, sure thing. Also, I fucking muted myself for a good part there. And I forgot to unmute myself. Can't believe I did that. Well, I hope I muted myself for the part that I should have muted myself for. If I mute myself for more, I'm gonna see you back in the local recording. It's gonna be lovely, isn't it? But we'll see. Yo, bitch.
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you?
I'm here about Jessie. I want her debt settled.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs.
Oh.
Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Oh, I see. Persuade. She's worth more alive than dead. Put her under an indentured contract.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
Well, she's hiding in the sick bay to avoid assassins. I'm sure she'd prefer work.
You might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Oh, you can go back to your work. Woo! Level 10. Back to medical bay. Talk to the...
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now.
Yep.
I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead.
Yeah.
You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Watch yourself while I'm gone.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jessie. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
You really don't like Owen people, do ya?
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
Ah. Well, welcome aboard, Ellie.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Meet me on my ship. It's docked.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Neat. There's Ellie, and then there's like the communications array. I forget where that is though. I'll look that off stream for you guys. Don't want to show you guys me just running around trying to find the damn thing. It'll be the flower search in Genshin all over again. We're not gonna have that. But I did promise you guys something. Though you probably didn't hear me. We were gonna talk to this boy.
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen dinner. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
You work with Spacer's Choice. Ever been to Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery. which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
You aren't missing much. It's a dump.
Not the word I'd use. I think of it more like a... No, I take it back. Dump sums it up nicely.
I liked it fine enough.
I'm sure they're doing their best. That's the Spacer's Choice spirit. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
I've got to ask you about the hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
You doing all right in there?
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable.
Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprout Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
Do you miss eating solid food?
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony.
Do you have to sleep with that on?
Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
Does Spacer's Choice make you wear that?
Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Do you need me to help you get out of here?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint.
I'm addressing the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job, it may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
Sorry I pushed you too hard, Martin.
It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to.
Alright, I'm leaving. And I'm also leaving the stream! Till next time, guys, we're gonna be going off to another planet. Whatnot? And I'll finish the last quest here. So, till then, don't be a fucking idiot, and take care.